freezing out here. What a way to go. My whole life, all I ever wanted was friends. But no one ever wanted me back. So when I finally found people who did want me, I did everything I could to make them stay. And ever since then, I've lived my life in fear. That one day they'd find out who I really was, and they wouldn't want me anymore. It's gone. What is this place?
Research log year 722, day 189. I received a proposal regarding a way to improve the infantry's performance by leaps and bounds. Outfit the troopers with Magitech cores. Preliminary tests suggest sublimating demons for fuel will result in an unstable infantry unfit for the field. If the calculations he provided are correct, though, this could solve all our problems. The Deathless Project marks the advent of a new age. No longer will our soldiers fall on the field of battle. The Empire shall rise, and soon all the world shall bask in our glory.
Scanning production code. Huh? Unit 05953234 confirmed. Warning. This unit has been compromised.
What's going on?
Initiating retrieval of compromised unit.
She still remembers you after all these years.
You? Huh? What gives?
We can't have you spilling blood here. Although to most, this compound is known only as the first Magitech production facility. Birthplace of the myriad Magitech troopers and demons the Empire holds dear. To you, this place should have some sentimental value. After all, it is your home, sweet home.
Shut up.
I'm not the one who almost killed you.
You're up!
You really ought to take a rest. Perhaps the estimable Chief Besithia will help heal that broken heart of yours.
Who the hell is that?
Oh, how quickly they forget. But fear not. I've no doubt a reunion would refresh your memory.
I'm gonna find them. Wherever they are. Bring it on! Shoo! Shit. Was he telling the truth about this place? Oh, I can't let them find me.
Something about this place gives me the creeps. Ready or not!
Target detected. Eliminate immediately. Commence elimination of compromised unit.
It's over! I've just gotta find my way out. So cold.
day 123. It seems my laboratory is not nearly as secure as I once believed. Some thief, likely a Lucian, made off with one of my experiments. Absconding with a single infant will do nothing to enlighten them of the grandeur of my research. That said, I will see to it such an incident never arises again. I've posted Magitech troopers around the facility and instructed them to keep a vigilant watch. It is their home, after all.
The kingdom kidnapped one of those infants? Does that mean I... No, it couldn't be. There's no way. We've all got the same barcodes.
Research log, year 723, day 70. I pondered how I might find the necessary number of infants. Then it dawned on me, why not make them myself? If I clone them from my own genes, I can eliminate the pesky process of breeding them. Mass production remains a pipe dream for now, but I'm confident I can create a massive infantry once the process picks up. If everything goes according to plan, the Empire will boast a 1,000,000-man army in no time at all.
All this time, those things I've been fighting have been...
Target detected. Eliminate immediately.
I can't take this anymore.
Commence elimination of compromised unit.
Not good!
figured you'd appreciate that joke, if anyone, for what I tweeted with the stream link. Sometimes there's not anyone watching, so I don't bother putting the headset on. So this is episode Prompto. I've done episode Gladiolus and episode Ignis already. They're earlier in the story, and this is the one I haven't done yet. Seems to be heavily influenced by shooter games. Not that much, no, so this whole thing here is not ideal for me. Oh, bugger. That's a large army. Maybe I should be playing this on easy, because I am not a shooters guy. It does play quite differently from the main game. However, if I remember right, after they released these episodes, they introduced modes into the main game that let you switch to the characters. I just never bothered with them. What is ASMR? I don't know that.
Get back!
Can't say I ever have, no. Can't say I'd ever heard of that, honestly. Wow, these guys can take a lot of bullets. Huh. Never heard that one for some reason. Oh my god, there's still more of them. Pew pew pew. Okay, finally cleared the room. Another sniper rifle. Looks like we escaped the Imperial base.
Yeah, you can make up for a lot of things. I mean, he gets to it, and then right here, the 180, and then a BB right on the button. Perfect throw doesn't get him. You can see it. And it's a routine ground ball whatsoever. He has put the entire team.
Lucky me.
Out of the frying pan and probably somewhere cold. Oh no, we're back inside now.
How could he do that? Who? What am I?
So to provide a little bit of context for this, Prompto is one of several Magitech troopers. He was born as one of the faceless Imperial soldiers that you've seen throughout the game, but he kind of escaped from that. Many of them were cloned from the head of their research division because they couldn't get enough willing or unwilling subjects quickly enough without cloning.
The one those Lucians absconded with?
Precisely. I thought you might like to see the fine young man he's become these 20-odd years later. So as thanks for bringing your pets to Insomnia, I've brought the boy to you. The time has come to meet your maker. Any questions for Daddy, dearest?
I'm not actually sure on that one.
Father and
I don't
son.
think
Oh,
the game ever said how he escaped.
No! It's not true! You're wrong, damn it!
Clever joke on his most used. Yeah, I mean, they mass-produced clones of, like, the one guy that was in charge of the research, so that's at least somewhat more interesting than the usual cloning off one soldier. Because it was a researcher, and then they augment them with the
never be my home.
demon blood. And really...
He's in Lucis. Not here.
Dio. Who's Dio again? Oh yeah, Dio. As in clones of brother from Zero Escape. Yeah. Except... Ha. I think most of the Magitech troopers go crazy and start attacking people because you turn demons into attach demons to people and expect that to go well. But the person really...
could have turned too, because you were cloned from this genius's genes, born of my own flesh and blood. You are but one of millions, created to serve our great empire in the Magitech infantry.
To serve you?
Yes. And now you've finally come home to Niflheim, my son.
Shut up! You're wrong. I'm a Lucian! I am not one of your experiments!
Not anymore. Now, you're nothing but a failure. I ought to return you whence you came. Perhaps then...
That guy definitely has demon coming out of his eye.
Never! With your help, my ascension to divinity is now all but complete. Soon, neither the kings of Lucis nor the gods themselves will be able to challenge my reign.
Well, it didn't take too much to bring him down.
Look what you've done. You've gone homicidal. No, patricidal. No. You lose your friends and murder your family. Now you've no one left.
The villain of this game is kind of a troll.
Shut up! Shut up!
Vital functions decreasing. Plasmodium activity index increasing. Demonification complete. Initiating transfer to Unit XDA 1002, Immortalis.
Oh, hey.
You always play hard to get like this?
Aranea.
Save it, Blondie. On your feet. So this is that new model they're working on. I don't know what's got you so shook, but you can deal with it later. Let's move. I'm only gonna say this once. Lose your will to live and you lose all hope of me helping your sorry ass. Got it?
So this is Aranea. She's briefly a guest party member.
Capture and retrieve immediately. Commence capture and retrieval of compromised unit.
There's a part in the game where Aranea joins the party briefly. So this takes place between chapters 10 and 13, when Prompto is out of the party. Prompto is not knocked off a train that he and Noctis are on and gets picked up by the Empire. Then you've got episode Gladio, which is sometime in chapter 7 or 8. And episode Ignis, which is during chapter 9. Before the gate closes. That's fun. Ooh, bazooka, that'll make this easier. The Niflheim Empire, yes. There's 4 major countries. Noctis' kingdom is one of them. And I have to beat them all, don't I? Oh, bike time.
Head there. I'll catch up later.
So there's 4 nations. 2 of them had already been overrun by the Niflheim Empire.
Let's go.
Noctis' kingdom is the last one. Accordo, where that city on the water, Alticia, is, that you may have seen a couple times. There's Tenebrae, where Lunafreya, the Oracle, comes from. Was Noctis' fiancée. And of course there's Niflheim themselves, who embraced the ways of the ancient Solheim civilization, which we saw some ruins of this past Saturday and died in a lot. Every other country kind of doesn't do that Solheim stuff. Ha. Lunafreya died, actually. Arden killed her. And sadly, despite Gladio's sister being best girl, Noctis does not go for her. So Aranea was a mercenary hired by the Empire, by the Niflheim originally. She fought against the party on one occasion, and later joined up with them for a dungeon while they were short a member while Gladio was doing other stuff. They've expanded on it a lot since the game originally launched. Like, a lot of stuff that wasn't really clear, they've clarified more with these stories, which is interesting. Like, a lot of players, semi-major players in the story just kind of never got seen again, except they sold DLC stories that explain what happened to them. And they keep adding more stuff to this game. I mean, Some of it's paid DLC, so it's not exactly an act of kindness as much as it is. They have not announced a Final Fantasy 16 yet. It's kind of weird. Considering this came out like it was November 2016 in the West, might have been worldwide at November 2016, and they haven't announced the next game since. But then they did 3 Final Fantasy 13s, so I have never played a Yakuza game, no. They're kind of sandboxy, right? I saw Strain was posting about whether he was gonna get either Yakuza or Danganronpa or something.
Almost as good as what Iggy used to make. Oh. Well, at least it's quiet for a change. Damn it.
I voted for Danganronpa. Mostly because he does a lot of funny voices for visual novels. Oh, okay. Then it wouldn't be as much of him doing voices unless you turn the existing voices off. Yeah, true enough.
Prompto, right? You could at least look happy to see me. I ran into your buddies in Tenebrae. You've got them worried sick. You gonna go see him or what?
I can't.
But yeah, this is my second to last stream of the running through Final Fantasy 15 again. I've been running through like the whole game.
I was born here.
Apart from doing the Saturday night dungeon crawls, going back to my file in the post game.
And I've never told them. And that's not even the worst part. I wasn't born into a happy family. I was made. Created in some laboratory. The entire reason I exist is to make Noct and all of them miserable. How could I possibly see them? They'd never accept the real me.
The last Final Fantasy 15 stream will be Thursday, probably. It's going to be the final chapter, including one more bonus boss that they added in there when they released the Royal Edition of the game and patched that stuff in. So there's one more bonus boss in the game that I haven't done in my post-game file.
And asked me to make sure you were safe.
He did?
Think he'd do that for someone who makes him miserable?
everybody okay?
All things considered, I guess. Sounds like they've been through a lot since you left, but they're still dead set on getting to the capital.
Hope they make it.
They'd have a better shot with you around.
Did they say anything else about me?
Not that I can recall.
Right.
His Highness was so worried about you he could barely speak. But don't worry, I whipped him into shape.
So, he doesn't hate me after all.
Generally really good.
Look, I can tell you how to get back together with him, so why not let them know?
And they even, like, they really...
You think they'd let me back? After all this?
I think they really did well with it, honestly. Other than, like, the fact that some, like, in a very long game, some lines will get repeated a lot.
Nothing but trouble. I don't know how I could live
That
with
one
myself.
aspect could have been better.
Because you're doing such a great job of living with yourself. What do you then? You worry so much about what other people want from you, you don't even know what you want anymore. Your life isn't yours to live. Forget about what everyone else thinks for a second and figure out what it is you're really after here.
I also, this is a... You might not know who this character is
I'm going
from
after that new model of
Final Fantasy 13, but I feel like they're evoking Lightning
your own now,
with
kid.
Arenea's character a little too much. Trying to basically redo a dynamic they had between Lightning and Hope in Final Fantasy 13. Yeah, that's one of the ones that when you use the same techniques to weaken strong enemies a lot, those are the ones that definitely get repetitive. All right. Follow the barking. Oh, do I not get weapons anymore? That's not fair. Run for the checkpoint. Oh dear. Oh my god, that would be messed up. I'm not doing side quests in a side story. That doesn't make any sense at all. Wait, what? Oh. I must have accidentally gotten off the snowmobile. It does not have a jump button. Oh dear. Why is this person green? Oh dear. Yeah, generally speaking, Prompto was not my favorite of the bunch. And this is clearly Arden doing his thing where he pretends to be someone else again. Either that or Prompto is dreaming.
This'll be quick.
I didn't mind his voice actor much for most of the game. Doggy! Oh hey, I have weapons again. But yeah, I've been going through these side stories at the time in the story where they come up. So, episode Gladiolus was kind of weak. It was just a part of the game where he leaves. Episode Ignis took place while Noctis was fighting a pretty major boss fight in the game, but it also had some pretty major implications that kind of changed the ending, so. And then episode Prompto is while he's not around, and briefly. But I've been running through them like as they came up in the story. I've already seen the main story, so it's just the new stuff that they've added that I'm interested the most in seeing. And they added a bunch in the final chapter, which should be interesting on Thursday. So basically what happened while they were on a train was Arden pretended to like mask who was who, and Noctis ended up shoving Prompto away when he meant to attack Arden, and Prompto was pushed off a train. So
the first walk of the night, and a man gets on for Chris Davis. Chris Davis takes on
also Prompto was fat as a kid.
9 home runs, 22 ribbies. Comes up with a man on and 1 down. Davis struck out his first at bat. Was 2 for 13 on the road trip to Miami. It certainly got better on the Sunday because sales started the game wasn't easy. And whatever you see like Liverpool family swing. That's a good take. Picked it up and broke outside 2-0. As we've seen quite a bit this year, the defense.
All I ask is that you continue to support Noctis, and that you remain ever at his side.
How does she expect someone like me to support him? Am I good enough? Does he want me around? Is that really what Noct and everyone else want? For me to be with them? Wait, but what about me? What do I want?
It took me a while, but I finally found my answer. It's time. Aranea. I'm ready. I thought about what you said, and I've decided to face my fears once and for all. I can't choose where I came from, but I can choose where I'm going.
All right. But slow me down and you're going to get left behind.
Everyone as in... Oh, okay. Wow, things have a lot of health in this.
Aranea! Roger.
You hit the one that was already weak. I think I can.
Hit it, Prompto! Hey, you're not so worthless.
Yep, Persona 5 is only PlayStation. Persona 5 was my favorite of 2017. The game I'm gonna be playing on Saturday, Tokyo Xanadu, was my second favorite. It was originally released on the Vita and then ported to the PS4. It was also to PC, now that I think about it.
Yoink!
Tokyo Xanadu is almost a Persona game though, and that's on PC.
Ready or not?
PS3s are probably really cheap now. It was also on that. Yep, Persona 5 was also on PS3.
Incoming! Look out! Jeez!
That's no fun. Sorry to hear that.
On it.
Healing.
Time to take him out.
Never miss!
Take this!
Aranea!
Roger. Have a nice flight.
And that is not what you needed to hit.
Let's do this!
Sweet!
Now I just need to not die.
Yeah, the most difficult thing was in the shift, and who was...
Yeah, Persona 5 is pretty good when you... If you don't like all the dungeon crawling, it can be watched pretty easily. I, of course, love it. Love the whole battle system. Feels like playing a combo deck in Magic a lot of the time. Okay.
Rise and shine,
Oh,
short
I have to do this again. Oh, I guess it's a different area. That works too. Probably would have liked playing as RNA more than Prompto. Yep, they do like their Magitech armor in this game. Magitech armor were also in Final Fantasy VI. It's probably where they're best known from.
According to my intel, they're housing the new model here.
It's some kind of Magitech armor, right? What's so new about it?
This one's got a ghost in the machine. Chief Pasithia himself. Managed to fuse his soul with the core. The demons this guy created destroyed Insomnia. If we don't take him out now, he's liable to destroy the whole world.
sound.
Our cue to go.
Target detected. Eliminate immediately. Commence elimination of compromised unit.
Alright, back in my element a little bit with this. Kidding, I'm still really bad at shooters. Where is he? Oh my god. Boom. Finally. Yeah, I don't have the shot there. Any way up there? Ah, here we go. Oh no, there's more of them.
Those things are everywhere.
Man, it's like I'm playing Fatal Bullet all over again.
On it. Enough. It's over.
Overall, yeah, but it had too many shooter kind of deaths where I just never saw things coming and was dead by the time, dead or one-shotted when it hit me. And that after Monster Hunter, like that was part of what made me want to do like a whole separate playthrough of Final Fantasy 15 on like with my end game stats going through the beginning of the game, New Game Plus, because
Never miss! Take this!
but I might revisit it at some point. Just that and Monster Hunter, I dealt with so much frustration in games. Yeah, I didn't really have good topics of discussion when it came to Fatal Bullet. Because it was like a spin-off of an existing franchise that already alienated people to such a degree that weren't already like fans of the franchise. The good thing with the Saturday night dungeon crawls is that they're planned out beforehand, like where I'm going, what I'm hunting. So I have some information to start things off with. It's all good.
On it.
Yeah. I could see that. The SNDCs also work because it's a lot easier for people to follow random dungeon crawling than the story of an RPG they've never played when you're jumping in the middle, but I think I've started to do better.
I can't take much more.
Well, I started out on Twitch, like, the first game I streamed was Tokyo Xanadu, but, like, it was rare for me to get an audience for it, because, like I've talked about, it's difficult for people to jump into the middle of an RPG. But when it comes to random dungeon crawling, that's kind of what gave birth to the idea of the whole Saturday night dungeon crawl. Throw the grenade, Prompto. Some of them more than others. I mean that a lot of them, like, it was just get to the dungeon ahead of time and have things ready to go there. Run away.
Roger. I've had enough. It's over.
Alright. How many enemies have we got left? Also, the areas in Fatal Bullet were all kind of samey. The dungeons were all kind of one style of environment.
That was a close one.
Oh good, a place to rest that I need very badly.
Research log year 724, day 297. Mass production of a Magitech infantry was a success.
I mean, there were a few, like, really interesting dungeons in Fatal Bullet, but most of them were pretty samey, and I guess the labyrinths in this were pretty samey too, but they at least had different enemies in them. In the Menace Beneath Lucis quest.
How foolish I was to let these sublime creatures go to waste. What they lack in adaptability, they make up for in sheer power. I realize now that I ought to channel my efforts into exploring the true potential of these demons for the sake of the Empire. Perhaps this has been my true calling all along.
He's mad. This guy has completely lost his mind.
Radio, eh? Hey, Karma, how are you doing? After several years of experimentation, we have finally succeeded in fusing Mammal and Magitech. Although we are still conducting various tests on codename Barbarus, the unit should be functional enough to fend off would-be intruders until development finishes on Unit XDA 1002 Immortalis.
Research log year 756, day 190. At long last, my life's work is complete. Not only have I found a way to preserve the ego, I've also managed to sustain that consciousness through the sublimation process and transfer it into my Magitech troopers. The prototype has proven slightly less powerful than the diamond weapon, but this presents no real problem. After all, one's consciousness can be transmuted again and again and again. All that remains is to fully surrender myself to my research and become my own final test subject. I will conclude my mortal life by offering a word of...
So I have the Royal Edition. I'm planning to finish up the Chapter 14 stuff with my next stream of this.
Of course it was Arden. Everywhere we go, his name just keeps coming up. Everything that's happened to us, it's all his fault.
Well, this is different.
Let's go.
I guess this is what they were talking about. The giant.
Hey, you're not so worthless.
It's over!
Jess isn't really that much of a Final Fantasy fan, but he might go for it. Giant robot monkey! I don't see what practical uses this would serve for any... Oh, cool. Alright, let's take this robot down before it takes over the Empire State Building.
Take this! I'm all out!
On it. It's over.
Any more bazookas around? Looks like we are stuck using the handgun for this. Oh hey, SMG now. Anyone in the audience have insight on what any country's military would do with a giant monkey robot?
Let's do this.
Because I can't think of any.
Roger. It's over.
She's too good.
On it. I've had enough. It's over.
Oh hi there, opening. I need more guns. Is that what I think it is? Yes. Boom.
Never miss!
Quick, get another one. Oh.
No! Aranea!
Roger. I've had enough. It's over. Take this!
sniper rifle, that might do a little bit. Oh my god. Roger? I don't recall a Roger. That rushed me in the face. He just has a little bit of health left. See if I can bring him down before I run out of items.
It's over.
Oh my god. What is this nonsense? Really? What hit me? I don't know, might not manage this. How does he move that fast? This is insane. Oh my goodness. How many more of those do I have? 5. Oh, that was a joke. Because Aranea says Roger. Cool. Didn't even notice.
Made it out alive. Oh, what's going on?
Unit XDA-1002, Immortalis. Plasmodic miasma transfer complete. No psychic obstructions detected. All systems operational. Activating Immortalis.
God, please tell me there's not more.
It's outside. It's gigantic. So that's the new model. And that means he must be inside that thing.
Hop on!
Whoa!
Oh good, it's a vehicle section instead of the usual.
Ready for round 2?
You bet!
Well, again, if you're Ron Gardner, you got the lead.
Long have I waited to smite the world that denied me the glory I rightly deserve. And now all shall tremble before me, man and maker alike.
If that's really him...
That maniac's taken biological warfare to the next level.
then I want to be the one to take him down.
Down below!
It's enormous!
Rise and shine, shortcake!
Yeah, this does seem a bit like a Sonic the Hedgehog boss. Either that or something out of the Transformers.
Fall to your knees before me!
Oh, bugger. Good thing we've got this turret. Yeah, Final Fantasy 15 definitely had a heavy influence from a lot of Western games. Whew. I think it's dead. Oh, jeez.
How can this be? I will not allow it!
Seems to be going pretty well, though. There's other turrets in the main game when you're attacking Imperial bases. Oh dear. Oh dear. Is it dead? Is it dead? I hope it's dead. I'll be honest, that was actually pretty cool.
You all right?
Yeah. This is what I wanted.
Then say it like you mean it. You did good, kid.
Couldn't have done it without you, girl. Seriously, though. Well, I better catch up with Noct and the guys. He's got a lot on his plate, and I figure he could probably use a hand taking
Yeah,
back the
Noctis is
crystal
in the
and all
most
that.
annoying dungeon in
And
the
who
game.
knows? Maybe I'll take it back before he does.
Don't get ahead of yourself.
Honestly, I don't know for sure if they're going to accept me for who I really am. But I'll never know if I don't speak up. So I'm gonna tell them. After all, it's my life to live.
A boy has become a man. Anyway, Grolly is straight ahead.
Vroom, vroom.
Aranea!
Yeah?
Thanks!
Ba-ba-ba-bum, bum, 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 ba-bum.
Really? Oh, Arden. And that is episode Prompto. I guess there's side quests and stuff in it too that you can do while you've got the relatively open map there to, but I'm not that inclined toward doing side quests in my side quests. So the plan is to do the final chapter Thursday. It may be long enough that it takes more than one stream to do, in which case I'll finish it up Friday. I did. That was interesting. I wasn't quite ready for another shooter, but it managed to be alright. The turret section was pretty cool. Episode Ignis was probably my favorite of the three. Later, Jess. Thanks for stopping by. Swing by Thursday and Saturday if you can. Thursday will be the end of replaying Final Fantasy 15 with the final chapter. Saturday will be a special Saturday night dungeon crawl.
Hey, I'm sorry.
For what?
For falling right into his trap. And for hurting you like that.
I know, right? How could you possibly do such a horrible thing? After everything we've been through. Nah. It's okay. You're not the only one who fell for it.
Once this is all over, I say we break down the borders. Come together as one nation.
Huh?
I mean, what does it matter where you're from, anyway?
You know, I never thought I'd say this, but you sounded like a real king for a second.
Better late than never. I'm gonna make this world a better place. You with me?
Uh-huh. Ever at your side.
So Stump will face 3 batters. He gets 2 outs. He walked the time run leading off. Sardinius at first with 2 down.
Your testimony will save lives. This is your new name. This is your new house.
So that's it for episode Prompto, folks. Hope to see you again soon.